As an attorney, philanthropist, mother, and wife, Holly Wise had a full life and an even fuller schedule.
She was all about being on the go, go, go.
That busy lifestyle came at a heavy price.
I met Holly in the hospital, and she had already been diagnosed with heart failure.
6 months ago, Holly's life changed in the middle of the night.
I woke up and my heart was racing. I checked my heart rate and it was something like 140, which it should not be when you're sleeping.
The normal resting heart rate is between 60 and 100, but heart failure was the last thing on her mind.
The immediate reaction was, what? Shock, disbelief. I'm not, did not think I sort of fell into the category of people that would have heart failure.
The warning signs were there, but she ignored them.
I started feeling kind of run down, and I was having shortness of breath, putting on some weight for no reason, for a couple of months before I came to the hospital.
Shortness of breath with minimal activity is not normal. Especially when you do one activity on a daily basis, whether it's stairs in your building at work or in your house or in the subway. If you're doing that every day and then all of a sudden that feels different to you, that should alert you to something being up.
One woman dies every minute from cardiovascular disease. The American Heart Association says it is the #1 killer of women in the U.S.
If you look at the incidence of heart failure, it seems like it affects men more frequently, but when you have risk factors like high blood pressure or hypertension or diabetes, the chance that you will develop heart disease is much higher if you're a woman.
Those warning signs sometimes take a back seat, especially among women.
We have this tendency to first respond to the needs of others, and we oftentimes ignore the symptoms that we are feeling.
You think, unless it's really bad, I'm wasting my precious time getting something checked out. And that was a huge mistake for me.
The damage was done.
Let's take a listen. She does have weak heart muscle function.
Holly now wears a heart monitor and takes medication, but it doesn't end there.
I used to drink a lot of coffee. Now I'm limiting.
Little things make a big difference.
My diet has completely changed.
Still got good MACE pulses.
I have been listening to my body now like I never have before, and making my health a priority, and I didn't do that. And now I'm going to do that for the rest of my life.
It is so important. Listen to your body. Again, one woman dies every minute because of heart disease. And being a woman is a risk factor in and of itself, but being a woman of color is an even bigger risk factor. That is because heart disease is more common among African Americans. So please pay attention to those warning signs.
Some of the numbers right there. Cardiovascular disease kills nearly 50,000 African American women annually.
Yeah.
And of those women ages 20 and older, 49% of them actually have heart disease, and they don't even know it, which is why we're actually wearing red.
That's why they call it a silent killer too, because a lot of times they don't know it. So pay attention to your body.